Just giving us the latest update when it comes to tensions in the Middle East. And let's stay with that topic. And for more on this, we are now joined by a director of Afro-Middle East Center, Jeenah. He joins us now via our video link. Mr. Jeenah, thank you so much for your time this evening here in SABC News. Let's start off here. What do you make of the latest attack on Iran by Israel and the United States?
Well, I suppose it's not really a shocking thing, but what should shock the world and the UN tonight is that this happened again 7-8 months later, again while Iran and the United States were in the middle of negotiations.
Yeah.
The Omani foreign minister said that there's a meeting scheduled for Monday in 2 days' time, a technical meeting, and then another meeting with Kushner and Witkoff later in the week. And in the middle of these negotiations, they bombed Iran. I mean, it's clear that the United States, cannot be trusted by anyone.
And what do we know so far about this latest attack? I mean, you make a very important point there, saying that there are these peace talks that were ongoing between, particularly Iran as well as the United States. And when you look at the posturing of US President Donald Trump and saying that this is a massive and ongoing operation, what do you make of that sentiment?
Well, clearly, it's not an operation that's going to be a once-off thing like it was in June from the U.S. perspective. He expects a long campaign. Some observers in the U.S. are talking about a week, but I think that we're looking at much more than a week. And both he and his partner in crime, because the attack is illegal under international law, both he and his partner in crime, the Prime Minister of Israel, have both set a target, a goal for themselves that really is unachievable. They said that the objective of these attacks is regime change in Iran, except that they're not doing anything to effect regime change. They're calling on the Iranian people to do it. So you're looking at a campaign, a military campaign that could last weeks, perhaps even going into months, and that could potentially really engulf the entire West Asia region in a war.
What do you make of the fact that, this attack comes just after last year, on the 22nd of June, we saw, the United States attacking, of course, Iran, also making that point, saying that they are building nuclear weapons and America is under threat. What do you make of that sentiment, saying that America is under threat because the Iranians are building this nuclear weapon?
Firstly, the notion that the U.S. is under direct threat from Iran is rubbish. I mean, experts have said that Iran doesn't have missiles, and forget about nuclear weapons, missiles that can reach the U.S. And if they were to start building those, it would take, until about 15 years or so. So it's just a complete lie. Secondly, the Iranians have offered repeatedly guarantees that they will not build nuclear weapons. This was the basis of the deal, the so-called Iran nuclear deal, JCPOA, which Trump cancelled. And the only reason he cancelled it was because he didn't do it. His predecessor, Obama, did it. Even in this round in June last year, as well as in this round of talks, the Iranians made it clear that they had on the table as an offer guarantees that they will not build a nuclear weapon, that they will give full access to the IAEA, to their installations, etc. And in fact, what the Omani foreign minister said was today, a few hours before the attacks began, was that Iran had now made offers that went beyond even what the JCPOA did. So the notion that Iran is building a nuclear weapon is incorrect. The CIA has said that it's not correct. Various governments around the world are clear that Iran is not building a nuclear weapon. And so the whole basis of this is a bunch of lies, both from Trump and from Netanyahu.
And when it comes to this Security Council that will be held today, that meeting that is expected to get underway later today, what are your expectations from that? I mean, we've seen some responses and the reaction from some European countries. We've also seen the ANC and the EFF also reacting to what we're seeing today. What do you expect from this UN Security Council that will be taking place today?
Not much, really. I mean, you have one of the 5 veto-wielding powers is the United States, which is the aggressor here. Secondly, 2 of the other veto-wielding powers of the 5, the UK and France, have, together with Germany, issued a statement saying nothing about the attacks and blaming Iran. The statement in the middle of an illegal attack on Iran calls on Iran not to enrich any, not to have any nuclear program whatsoever, to shut it down, to scale down their missiles capability, etc., and saying nothing about the fact that it's being attacked. So you know, we can't really expect much to come out of the Security Council meeting. Clearly, Russia has taken a position. They've spoken to the Iranians. They've condemned the attack on Iran, and they will take that same position in the meeting. China will likely support that position, but the other 3 veto-wielding powers, the US, France, and Britain, are just going to talk nonsense and ignore the fact that this is a flagrant violation of international law, that this threatens peace and security not only in the West Asia region, but even globally.
All right, Mrs. Jeenah, thank you so much for your time and for your thoughts on that issue. That's Director of Afro-Middle East Center, Jeenah, there, just talking about the latest attack on Iran by the US and Israel. Let's take